Hello and welcome! Today I want to show you how I made this stud earring holder made from materials I had in my home and things that I purchased from the craft store and the dollar store. So to start, I want to show you what my jewelry box looks like right now. As you can see, it's super disorganized, not very easy to use. I have tons of stud earrings and I can never find any pairs. I have some dangly and lots of studs still on cards. It's a hot mess. It's not very useful for when I'm in a hurry, so it needs to be fixed. First thing on the list is a container. Here I have a box that I had downstairs in my basement. You can use any box you have around the house, or a tray with a large lip, or any shallow box you have hanging around your house. Next up, you will need some foam hair rollers. These can be found at the dollar store or the drugstore. Also, you'll need some fabric, some scissors. Last, you will need a hot glue gun along with some hot glue sticks. First, let's get these hair rollers out of my hair, but it's kind of a struggle. Hold on. That was fun. So now we have to remove the foam from the foam rollers. You undo the rollers, pull off the foam, and voila! Now here I have a whole bunch, but lickety-split, it's all done. Once you have all of your foam rollers defoamed, you're going to place the foam along the bottom of your container and see how many you need to stretch across the entire length of the container. If you need to cut or customize some sizes, feel free to use some scissors and snip the foam rollers in half or whatever size you need to make it go across the entire length. Once you know how many foam rollers you need to go across the entire length of your container, go ahead and start hot gluing all of the foam pieces together. The goal is to create a big, large foam tube that goes across the entire bottom of the container. Once you know how many hot rollers you need to make one row, go ahead and count out the amount you need. In my case, I need 6 to make another row. Hot glue them together and continue to make as many rows as you need to fill up the bottom of your container. Once all the rows are completed, fit them in the box to see if you need to make any half rows to make sure that all of the foam rollers are secure inside the container. They should fit quite snugly. Next, we need to cover the long rows of foam in fabric. So here I have some fabric left over from a project. To find out how much length you need, roll the foam in the fabric up like a burrito and cut the fabric where the fabric overlaps. You don't need to make it a perfect cut because the seam will be covered once the foam tube is in the container. To put the fabric on the row of foam, put some hot glue on one end of the fabric, secure the foam roll on top, place glue on the other edge of the fabric, and roll the foam to the edge of the fabric as smoothly and as tightly as possible. We don't want any bumps or bubbles in this, so we need to make sure the roll is consistent and tight as you're closing up the seam on the other end. Repeat this step on the rest of the foam tubes. Once all the tubes are covered in the fabric of your choice, now it's time to start fitting the rows inside the box. The best way to do this is to smush the edges of the fabric and tuck them under the rolls as much as possible and shove them in the box. It's not that difficult. You can put hot glue on the bottom of the box if you choose to make your earring holder more permanent. I chose to make it just by sticking the foam rollers in the fabric in the box. That way, if I wanted to reuse the box for something later, I had that option. So you simply take the roll of the tubes, tuck in the edges of the fabric underneath the rolls as you're placing it inside the box. This is going to be very snug, and that's exactly what we want. We want it to be very, very tight and almost difficult to get some of those rows in. Once you have all of the rows in there, squish them about just to make sure that they're in there secure. Go ahead and give your box a shake and tip it upside down just to make sure that those rows are in there tightly. This is the best part of the project, filling in all of your beautiful earrings into the tray. I really like having this new organizer for my earrings. It makes getting ready a lot easier, especially if I'm in a hurry, because I don't have to rut around inside of my jewelry box trying to find one earring and the other earring. It's so much easier. They're all displayed out for me, and it's wonderful. So that's how I did it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!